Let's get this out of the way here, and let's get going here. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. You're on with Clyde Yorkshire, conservative, Republican. How are you doing today? And listen, I am grateful for all of you who've been very supportive of the channel and helping us to grow. We got a good show for you today. Since yesterday, there has been more developments. Things are moving rapidly and fast. Again, my name is Clyde Yorkshire. I want to say thank you to all of the subscribers first, and those who do come and regularly leave a comment, be it good or bad, it's okay. We're not upset about that. We have to learn in America that we can agree to disagree. We can have different opinions and even feelings on some of these more serious topics. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. I grew up in America. My mom, my dad in America. My mother and father also in America, and so on and so forth. I am a Black American, and inherently, I belong to this country. I've been here. My family have been here, and our roots run deep. So I feel a lot of time when I'm speaking from a place of concern and love. And as a Black person, if you will, I have a unique perspective. Now, as most of you might know, most of the time, Black people have a narrative that's been given to them by the Democrats, the liberals, and by some institutions that, in my opinion, would like to see the country go down a direction that does not benefit the people of this country. Many people have accused some leaders in our country of putting immigrants first, putting illegals first, putting criminals first, putting women first, putting transgenders first. And it doesn't seem to be a collective to put the American people first. Now, obviously, President Trump ran on putting Americans first, and in my opinion, we're deviating a little bit. Europe, I got a great show for you guys. You got to listen to this, and you got to understand where we're going. Republicans are not defecting. They're not running from Trump. We're not running from the country. The problem is when we talk to our president and when we talk to our brothers and sisters in the party, sometimes they get offensive if we're not diehards. I don't care who got killed. I don't care who got shot. I don't care what he said. We don't like that. I don't like that. And I don't want to be a part of people who just brainlessly, aimlessly just want to shoot to kill. You don't give a damn about Democrats. You just don't care. That's not a recipe for disaster. And I don't call those Republicans. Those are people who are on the bandwagon right now because there's something they don't like about the Democrats. I want you to listen to what's going on. First and foremost, let me be honest with you. President Trump have been taken off course by Benjamin Netanyahu. The Jewish people have a right to want to see an end to being attacked and to living amongst hostile neighbors. Now, you can say, hey, nobody told them to go there. Well, they have historical writings and says that they belong there, okay? So we're not going to deal with that, okay? The Muslims know that they belong somewhere over there. Here's the problem, ladies and gentlemen, that we're having. President Trump have allowed the Democrats a foothold back into the game. President Obama is now back on a stump. He has something to talk about. He has something to say that is going on again. There's bigotry, there's racism, there's hatred, Jesse Jackson said. And Trump is giving the Democrats a way back into office. I don't know if he knows at this point what's going on. He seems to be a little bit rattled, and it's bothering me because Chuck Schumer is sitting back going, what else did they do? Now, you don't have to worry about world news complaining about our country. You don't have to worry about Europe complaining or Africa. What we're going to have to worry about is the Democrats holding to the fire President Trump in a next impeachment. We're giving them a way back in office. With the situation with ICE, that turned a little ugly. A lot of people didn't like it. There were veterans that got killed, or people who worked for veterans. There were women. People are like, this is sort of feeling totalitarian-ish. You just got black folks to come on over here, and then we're just behaving reckless, ladies and gentlemen. I was listening to some persons who mentioned since the 1990s, Israel have been going on this rant about Iraq and Iran having weapons of mass destruction. But what they said was, at least we had a little bit of decency to go through the United Nations, at least negotiate with Democrats. Even if we were lying about weapons of mass destruction, we tried at some point to make it clear that we weren't just going to bomb them. This time, we did not do that. We didn't give Europe any time, as Europe was dragging their feet anyway. We didn't give Canada or anybody any time. We said, look, we're going in and we're going to get rid of this. We're going in alone. We should have never done that. I'm just here to tell you. And you guys keep acting stupid talking about Trump got the right to do it. Nigga, please. Okay, we live in the United States of America. Other countries realize that. Maduro realized that. All he has to do is stay alive and wait until the Democrats get in power and Maduro's free. He ain't tripping. He said, I'm all right. Soon as Chuck Schumer and Nancy and them get back in office, oh, they going to let him up out of there. They let him up out of there. And soon as they get back in power, they're going to limit President Trump's power. We did not need this. Republicans, wake up. Some of us, we need to talk to him. Send him emails. Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. We got a real problem on our hand. I'm not going to wait till the last minute, like some of you foolishly will do. I want you to listen to this. This is serious. We need to realize that we don't have a strategy. And listen. This is 93. Just so you understand, in the early 90s, he's sitting, Benjamin Netanyahu, in front of Congress talking about weapons of mass destruction and nuclear weapons. The same argument we made 2 weeks ago before this war ended. So you mean to tell me 30 years y'all kept saying they this close to getting a bomb? Come on, stop playing with us.
So there'll be an election in Israel before October this year. Last year, analysts pointed to how Israel's domestic politics are polarized among the public, but also Netanyahu's own coalition. And the upcoming election has raised questions about whether, for him, this is really all about Iran's nuclear program.
I think he would love to go into the next election saying, not only on my watch have we seen the toppling of Assad in Syria, the decapitation of Hezbollah and Nasrallah in Lebanon, the, again, decapitation of Sinwar of Hamas in Gaza, but now the ultimate head of the snake, as he would put it, the backer, the patron of all of these enemies of Israel, the regime in Tehran. I think he thinks that's an election-winning platform. And my guess would be that as soon as there's a cessation of this round of hostilities, he will call an election.
Now, when it comes to the US, it gets a bit blurry, because Trump was basically elected on America First isolationism. This promise that he's a man who will end wars, not start them.
I'm not going to start a war, I'm going to stop wars. He is angering and upsetting his own base with this. And it's certainly not delighting the rest of the American public. The rest of the opinion polls are nothing like the kind of approval the previous military interventions got.
Like back in Iraq, 2003, Western leaders were laying the ground.
2003, listen to this. We were laying the same groundwork to go into Iran. 2003, listen to this.
To at least make it look like there was a case for intervention. There was a coalition, resolutions at the UN, reports of weapons of mass destruction. That did turn out to be false.
Listen.
To at least make it look like there was a case for intervention.
At least we tried. Listen.
The kind of approval the previous military interventions
Like back in Iraq, 2003, Western leaders were laying the groundwork to at least make it look like there was a case for intervention. There was a coalition, resolutions at the UN, reports of weapons of mass destruction. That did turn out to be false, but this time, all we saw were vague remarks and an alliance between the US and Israel alone. Other allied governments began.
Now, let me stop you right there, sir. Let me stop you right there. First and foremost, Putin is not on the same level with Trump. In fact, Putin is looking a lot better at this time than President Trump. Putin could have went in and decapitated the Ukrainian president. He could have got rid of Vladimir, whatever his name is, Zelensky. He didn't do it. He systematically just was taking parts of what was his old empire. The world knows, including Trump, that's why he kicked the Ukraine leader out of the office. He said, y'all started this shit. You in Europe putting weapons on this man's border and then gonna act like he's just a big Cold War bully up messing with Europe again. And come on, you listen, you and the fake news and whatever his name is, the Prince Andrew, you know, y'all take that phony shit up out of here, that Epstein foolishness, okay? We know better. America know better. Europe started that war with Putin. I don't like the Russians no more than anybody else do, okay? But we know we got to tell the truth. We're not going to keep lying to the American people so we can go and do some crazy shit and just say it's the Russians. It's the Russians. Even in Stranger Things, they made the Russians look like this is what we do. We push propaganda, and it's getting old. You cannot win an election no more talking about I took out Iran's bad guys. Everybody from the age of 50 down don't give a damn about Iran or its supreme leader. So the old Bush people, my mother and grandmother, they might have cared, oh, you got the leader of Iran? Let me ask you a question. If you went into the Rolling 60s game like that just happened and they took Operation Big Draws, they took Big U out, do you think the Rolling 60s went down? No. Do you think the Rolling 40s went down? Do you think the Cartoon Crips went down or any of the gang members because you removed their leader? You probably make shit worse because the leader at least could have kept these guys at bay. Okay, the Crips, even if Snoop Dogg dies, the Crips are going to keep going. So if you took out the leader of Iran, they're still going. You just made it worse. You got reckless niggas now that ain't going to listen to nobody. We're playing ourselves as Republicans, and this shit is getting me upset, man. This was not the plan. This is what Tucker Carlson is talking about. This was not the plan. It was America first, clean up the food industry, get these tariffs going, give us some relief on our taxes, lower prescriptions, work with your allies, and at some point, maybe in your third term, as you on your way out of here, then you go in and go chase Iran. You don't do that right now. Y'all are the ones with the problem, and you're the ones who don't understand that we have to live after this. The Democrats are coming after Trump. Ladies and gentlemen, what part don't you understand? Everything that we're doing right now, the Democrats are recording it, and they're getting ready to win, steal, or whatever they got to do to be on top in this election. The moment they get the keys to the House and the Senate, the first act of that Congress will be to impeach President Trump. That is everything we worked on is going downhill. Some of you stupid MAGAs, some of you stupid Republicans don't get that. Your biggest enemy is internal. The Democrats are not playing. They're waiting. They have no policies. The Democrats have nothing to run on. They're looking bad with Epstein, everything, Jay-Z, P. Diddy. Everybody's looking bad right now. Even Obama, Nancy Pelosi, all of them are looking terrible. They have nothing to run on. We decimated them. And guess what we're going to go do? Like a bunch of dumb idiots. Go and frickin' go to war with Iran. Right now, over 100 graves are being dug for little girls. That does not sit right with anybody in their right mind. And if it sits right with you because you're a MAGA or Republican, then that's where I get off of this train. Okay? I don't care if they were Russian little girls killed by Ukraine or Russia killed 100 little girls in Ukraine. I would be on their head. You understand me? This is unacceptable, ladies and gentlemen. These are human beings. Little girls who have nothing to do with this. These are the type of mistakes we're making. We're giving the Democrats the gun, the bullets, and we're saying, put it right here in my head. And let's see if God saves me this time. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to do something immediately. We have to put pressure on President Donald Trump. Get these likes and subscriptions up because we gotta get this out here. We gotta make sure that this message is getting out. Okay? There's over 70 people in here. I don't understand why I ain't got 70 likes, or at least 20, 30 right now. Niggas just coming in here looking, peeking around. Take your ass somewhere else, like and subscribe, or beat it. I don't have time for it. I'm trying to keep it real with you. And this is not us breaking and going against President Trump. That's not what this is. What this is that we want to show you, unlike Democrats, we don't just go along to get along. We're not going to just back Fauci. I know we're not going to just back George Soros and just back the Clintons because we're Democrats. No, I'm not just backing Trump because he's a Republican and I'm on the Republican Party. We have got to stand for America. Both parties used to stand for the flag, stand for the country, and we had some variables. You know, this one likes cheese, this one likes peanut butter, this one likes red, this one likes blue, this one likes a little bit of extra sex, this one likes a little bit more conservative. Okay, that was fine. Now we have, and guess what? Iran is using this. He said, guess what? He said, our country is more united than yours. And it is true. We got transgender issues. We got men and women's sports issues. We got women hating men trying to get us messed up, calling us toxic. We like F those fucking women. You ain't shit. You're fat. You're bald-headed. You're black. You're with the church. You got weave nails. They like you ain't shit. You don't see your kids. You on child support. And we like you got your hair colored. You got men and women's sports. You hate this. You hate that. We're having arguments over who you can love, who you can marry. This is crazy. This country is more divided than anything. I don't even know how we stand together. This is the most divided country in the entire planet right now. And that's a whole fact. Somebody tell me I'm lying. America is way more divided than any country in Europe. We're way more divided than any country in Africa or in Asia. This is not a recipe for moving forward. This is looking like the end of an empire. That's what it's looking like. And I didn't wait all my life to become an adult for the country to freaking end right now. I'm trying to have my day in the sunlight, enjoying this beautiful country, traveling to Utah, traveling to Maine and everything else, taking my behind to Scotland. I'm trying to move around. And they messing everything all the way up. President Trump cannot believe that the way we're going in the last 2 weeks after messing with Benjamin Netanyahu, that we're going down the right path. You are out your goddamn mind. And somebody need to stand up and tell them, maybe somebody black. That's what we probably need. We need somebody black in there to be one of them goddamn generals. Too many of you white men are being too soft in there. Yes, Mr. President, sir, Mr. President. No, excuse me, sir. We about to hand over the keys to the kingdom to the Democrats, sir. Sir, please don't do this, sir. Sir, we're in big trouble, sir. I can guarantee you, sir, I don't know what the reports are saying, sir, but honestly, sir, I believe Iran had a nuclear weapon, sir, 10 years ago, sir. I believe that they have cluster bombs, sir. I believe that they have hydrogen bombs, sir. I believe Russia and China has been waiting for this, sir. They have helped to build them, and they're sitting back with their hands folded. And that's what I'm going to tell you, sir. Now, you can take it or leave it. They cannot say that we did not warn the president. Right now, oil is going up. If you think for a moment that oil is going to go down, you got a big thing coming for you. Now, we might be able to shelter a little bit because we got some of that Venezuelan oil, and some people are going to say, see, that's what this was about. You knew you was going to disrupt the Strait of Hormuz and all that shit, so that's why you seized that oil. Democrats is going to put this all together, baby. They're going to have blackboards, chalkboards, in Congress, and we're gonna be sitting there like this. I wonder if the impeachment gonna go through. I wonder if they're gonna get him. I wonder will the Supreme Court stop it? And right now was the time that we had to say something to President Trump and to the Republican Party. We're going down the wrong end. But guess what? You two maggot out. You got all this red shit on your face, and yeah, Republicans. Baby, it don't work that way. I'm a Republican, and I would not vote against the president. I didn't care about the monkey post. I still don't care what he put with Obama and Michelle. I don't give a damn about all of that. That ain't got nothing to do with me. And he did not mean what they were trying to say he mean. That type of stuff, we don't care, but they will bring it up and they will use it to show, oh, he's a bigot. He kills hundreds of little girls. The Democrats will say that. It won't be Iran who will be touting these things. He goes and take heads of states and put them in jail. These are impeachable offenses, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just telling you, out of love, we have effed up. We have effed up. Okay? We lost 3 THAAD radar systems. Each one of them. There were 3 of them. One was in Jordan. One was in Saudi Arabia. And there was another one in the EAU. All 3 of them have been destroyed. That is a total of those 3 that was destroyed, $900 million. Did you hear what I said? To install all of them is $6 billion. That just came out of our asshole. We just wasted. Did you hear me, ladies and gentlemen? Did you hear what I just said? We're talking over $7 billion plus in just 7 days we wasted. Not to mention what we gave Israel, and not to mention the deaths of the soldiers. And there are many more that some people are saying that the numbers just didn't get to the president just yet. Now we're talking about gas prices going up, ladies and gentlemen. This is not good. And they haven't even had the funeral yet for the little girls. Wait till they show that on national television. Little babies murdered. India News is going to run away with that. BBC News is going to run away with that. This is what we're doing. And this is what happens when a party or a administration get too big for its britches. And the people don't really care to say anything to their president or to that administration. This is horrific, ladies and gentlemen. We must stop what is going on by any means necessary. And we cannot, we need to let the president know, you got our vote, you got our backing, sir, but you're losing it very, very fast, sir. Let's keep it real. And that's what a real black person should be, and that's what a real Republican should be. It should be somebody who votes for who's going to do for us, who's going to do good by the country, and whoever shits on the country and does bad by the country, I don't care if it's Donald Trump, we should have something to say about it. I don't care if it's the Democrats, we should have something to say about it, because that is love of country. There is no love of party. We choose a party, and we fall in love with some of these parties, but it's supposed to be love of country, okay? And if one of these parties or both of these parties are doing bad by the country, we must speak up and say something about it, ladies and gentlemen. This is terrible. Now, yesterday we had an opportunity to educate some of you people who act like you don't know what the hell is going on. You don't know your elbow from your ass. I had to educate you and help you to appreciate what is going on and how Iran just blinded America and took out our THAAD systems. This is dangerous, ladies and gentlemen, to be in a fight and somebody pours something in your eye or pepper spray you. Okay? You can't see. We just got pepper sprayed. We cannot see. They just literally took out our radar systems. Okay? Literally took out our radar systems. Do you understand that? Now, I respect the fact that some of you may not know what these systems are. You can care one way or the other. And guess what? I'm not surprised. That's how you operate anyway. Most of y'all don't know where the local vital records is in your state. Most of y'all don't know nothing about your damn country, okay? But I want you to understand one thing, ladies and gentlemen. We are not going to surrender and let you take this country down the drain in the name of the Republican Party, in the name of the Democrats, in the name of Epstein, or in the name of Trump. We can't do that. Y'all get them likes up and them subscriptions. Why somebody got to keep telling you that? When you come to somebody's house, you wipe your damn feet off, take your shoes off, or something like that. You know, you be courteous. God damn it, hit the likes. Why somebody got to keep telling y'all that? Like I'm out here for my health, knowing that these people is out to stop me. They don't want me talking because he's defecting, you know, or he's talking bad about Israel, or he's talking bad about. No, I'm not at all. I have not said one bad thing about Israel at all. I love Israel, but Israel right now is not in control of their prime minister. They have let. You tell me what other country that you see a prime minister running wild. How the hell do Benjamin Netanyahu have that type of power as a prime minister, sir? You're not even the president, sir. You're not the supreme leader. You're not the king of Israel. How in the hell is a prime minister out here doing all of this? Oh, he's a wartime prime. Listen. Right now, you got Republicans who are not sure if Israel's running this operation, Benjamin Netanyahu, or us. That should not be the case. I'm not sure if Trump is in charge anymore. I'm not sure if the deep state got to him. I'm not sure if the powers that be got to him. I'm not sure if the lobbyists got to him. But Trump has, in a matter of 24 hours, deviated from the direction he was winning this. Imagine the Mavs is up by 15 with 3 minutes to go. And they turn the ball over 4 times in a row, and then 2 times they let it go out of bounds. You say, come on now, this is rigged. This don't make no damn sense. And now the team is within 1. That don't make no damn sense. Now, this is exactly what we are doing as Republicans. We have crushed the Democrats. We have proven to the American people that they're wasting your money. They're sending it overseas. They're taxing you. They're doing all kind of stuff to you, and we're going to make it better. We're going to give you your overtime, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to help you out on your tips. The people were going, God damn, well, I like that. You're going to get your good old tax return. Oh, damn. And then after all of this good stuff is gone, we're going to release the Epstein files and everything else like that. Next thing you know, this man, out of the clear blue sky, announces he's going to war with with Iran. Then, when Iran proves to be a very dangerous fight, we say Russia's helping them. The Chinese is helping them. Well, and Trump said it correctly. Well, they would say the same thing about us. Ain't we helping Ukraine? Huh? See, y'all ain't thinking like that. Ain't Europe helping Ukraine? So what I don't get why people will be talking about Russia's helping Iran. So what? I don't care if North Korea was helping them. And Iran was helping Russia. They was giving them drones. So we've been knew all of that. That's no excuse. Get them likes up. Over 100 people in here, and you mean to tell me we only got 13 likes? Why? You know good and well it's hard for people like me to go viral. It's hard for our videos to get out there. They suppress them. You know, all kinds of crazy stuff is happening. They don't let us speak. They don't need this type of Republican talking. They just want a bunch of yes men out there. So I need them likes to go up. I need to make sure that we are winning. Thank you. There you go. They moving in the 3s now. Come on. Help me out here. I'm doing a service for the people. I'm not just some nigga you can say, here you go out there and talk about racism. Come on, nigga. Fried chicken and Jesse Jackson. Nigga, get out of here with all that. I don't want to hear none of that. Okay? It's the white man and it's racism. Nigga, please. Okay? And I am very disappointed at Negroes. Blackies. You guys are freaking followers. You have no damn spine. All you look on television, all y'all doing is killing one another, talking about the rap beef with 50 Cent and this one and that one and Jim Jones. God, I wish, why did I have to be black? Black folks sometimes hurt me to my core. Look at our women. Look at our women. No, seriously, look at our women right now. Look at them on television. You talking about weaves. You talking about eyelashes, BBLs, We need help, ladies and gentlemen. We need help, and we're not helping. And then when some of us step up, like Nicki Minaj, like NBA YoungBoy and Lil Wayne, and we say, you know what, we're going to support this president. We're going to support the party that's going to do the most for us. That's going to give most to our colleges. The one that's going to help us with housing. The one that's going to help us get what the hell off of food stamps. We ain't had no business on food stamps anyway. And that was one of the factors that broke the black home. Okay, other than black women signing a deal with the Democratic Liberal Party to give her community college, to give her affirmative action, and all the other bells and whistles they gave her, paper food stamps, housing projects, as long as there's no man in the house now. You understand me, gal? You understand me, mammy? As long as there's no man in the house, we going to bring the verification, and you're going to eat, and you can go to community college, and we'll help you. We'll say you're the smartest black woman in the world. She's got more education than anybody else. And that's where that all came from, because niggas was willing to sell out. Niggas is always willing to sell out. I don't care if it's killing Martin Luther King or Malcolm X. Niggas is always willing to sell out. You want to help the Queen of England take America down? Yeah, I'll do it, long as you give me some eyelashes and keep my rent going. I'll burn the American flag. I don't care. I'll throw Molotov cocktails. I'll burn down my own neighborhood as long as it's coming. Look, this is who black folks have been. You don't give a shit about your own neighborhoods. You don't give a shit about your men. You have black women out here willing to cut the throat of a black man for no goddamn reason. Talking reckless about us when niggas gotta run to Hispanic women and white women and other women because these bitches are so goddamn dangerous. This is the damn truth. Y'all don't like talk like this because this is when we get straightened out. You got all these powerful niggas in here supposed to be in a boule, supposed to be in all these sororities and charter groups, and not one of them went in Compton and cleaned up all that gang shit. Okay, they act like they have no power, but you want us to believe you're so powerful that you can do something because you are the Black Democratic Caucus. You're the black church. Why haven't you cleaned up Detroit? Because you don't want to. Why haven't you cleaned up Cali or New York? Because you don't want to. It makes you money. Black people are dangerous. You're dangerous. You're neither hot, you're not cold, you're lukewarm. You don't give a fuck about Christmas, but you don't mind celebrating it. You don't give a shit about the American flag. But no, this is the truth. I have not found or been able to date one black American woman, unless they're in the military, who has an American flag somewhere in their house, in their car, in their garage. They just don't carry them. You know why? They are the least patriotic in the whole United States. You got foreigners that are more patriotic than black American women. And these are the wives who the Reconstruction of the slave have given us. This is what the Democrats do. They are the great builders of this generation. We're going to build y'all niggas a new black woman. We're going to first get your ass out the house. We're going to give these bitches their assignment. You are part of the black church hoe. You're going to eat. Y'all going to be the Chitlin Circuit. You own a Democratic Party. You are the head of your house. You are the administrator. You wear weaves, wigs, nails, and all that goofy shit. And you talk about you got melanin and you got some good pussy. That's what we need you to do. And you help Megan Thee Stallion. And that's the women's that we got. Black men done woke up after Kevin Samuels and said, we ain't dealing with that shit. I'll take a white woman any day. Well, look at her skin. I don't need this. Don't worry about the skin. We can fix that. I don't give a damn about that. She ain't melanated. She's melanated enough for me. As long as the coochie get wet, as long as you keep her hair nice and simple, boil me some carrots and corn and all that other good stuff. I don't need nobody making me no cornbread anyway. I don't need nobody making me no fucking fried chicken anyway. That shit gonna kill me. I'm a vegan to start with, so I don't need that. I don't know what you think that you could do for me. What I need black women to do is get your head out of the damn Democratic Party's ass, the donkey's ass, and get your behind over here with your husbands and start raising these children. Stop trying to be so doggone masculine. Stop trying to play with the boys and be a freaking woman like the Chinese woman. They helping Beijing go up. The Korean woman, the Ethiopian woman, the Russian woman, none of them are out here running that bullshit. Even the Shiite woman and the Sunni woman ain't talking shit about the Muslims. Yeah, they make me cover up. They make me do that. They this, they that. No, but our women will take every shot they can to stab us in our rib. And we supposed to not say nothing because that's attacking them. If you speak up on how they behaving, you attacking them. That ain't right. But they can talk shit about us all day of being deadbeat dads. We being toxic. We cheaters. We don't do this. We don't do that. And guess what? Black men don't say, why are you attacking us? All we say is, I guess maybe that is how we are. Maybe that's what some of us are doing. We take responsibility. They never. Because you know why? The liberal, good old white man has always been there to protect that black, good old slavery coochie. He's always been there to protect them. Yes, you have. You even put the white woman on the side. We'll take her. And for that black, good old coochie from back in the day, you remember that? Y'all, no, you don't, man. That boy be dead. He dangerous. You damn, I'm telling it the way it is. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That's why they like old Joe Biden. You ain't black if you don't vote for us. And they calling me the Uncle Ruckus. Isn't that some irony? How Democrats call Republicans Uncle Tom, Uncle Sam, and Sambo and all of this, and y'all over there running with them over there. Y'all over there running with the liberals, with George Soros and them, burning down your own neighborhoods, getting abortions like they're chicken sandwiches from Jack in the Box. That's what y'all are doing over there. You're getting divorced every other day. You're destroying the black community. And you're saying that we are the problem. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, some days I just don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. I just can't call it. Some day I just sit up here like this. I don't know what in the hell's going on around here. I've lost what's going on. I'm shattered. I don't know. This is crazy. But I want to show y'all one last thing, because I know I showed it yesterday, but I don't really believe that y'all understand what the hell I am saying. Okay? Iran just destroyed 3 THAAD radar systems that allow us to see what is going on from space. I don't think you understand that. Now we're just using pictures and frameworks that we've had already. Do you understand me? Do you know how much that costs that they got destroyed? But then again, I forgot, I'm talking to the American people. If this would have happened to France or any one of those smaller countries, they would have stopped the war that night. You know why? Because you can't afford economically to fight this fight, and Iran knows that. Now you're killing the economy, okay? We was just in so much debt. Think about this. Trump went and got all these investors just to go to war. How the fuck does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? Excuse my French. You just got all these niggas to donate from Japan, Saudi Arabia. You brought them right in front of America. How much you gonna donate? 600,000, 600 million. How much you gonna do? 2 billion. He did all of that, helping us to believe we might even be able to lower the debt if he keep this up, and then you're gonna go to war. Not to mention, it costs about $4 billion just to service and fix what damage has been done to our aircraft carrier. Did y'all hear me? They shot down 2 planes, millions of dollar pieces of equipment. Totaled that up in 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. We had $1 trillion already in 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. How does this make sense? Now the Strait of Hormuz is closed and ain't nothing flowing. You got to tell me, anybody, please, I need a MAGA in here. Now, Democrats, you get out the way for a second. Get the Republican niggas in here. Get you stupid motherfuckers in here. Get in here. Get y'all dumbasses in here now. Which one of y'all can tell me, how does this make sense now? We got all them investors you saw like I saw, and then we're going to go to war, and in 2 weeks lose 3 to 4 of our stealth jets. We got an aircraft carrier hit. We lost 3 THAAD systems. Each one of them is 300 million of equipment plus 2 billion to install them. You tell me, how does that make sense? Any one of you, give me a MAGA. We got to get these phone lines open. We got to get that for our next live, because I want to talk to some of y'all. How does this make sense? Where my MAGAs at? Where my Republicans? Somebody put me in the chat. I'm gonna look at the chat right now. I need one of y'all to tell me, how does this make sense? That's you damn right. Monopoly, baby. You damn right. It don't make sense. You know it don't. And some people are saying, oh, this is to cover up the Epstein file. God forbid now if something come out about Epstein, we can just hang it up. If they pull out some damn picture or something like that, child, we can just hang it. I'm going to sit up and go just like this. Let them come out with some picture they got to do with Trump or something like that. Because they got one of Bill Clinton address now. Okay, they got Jay-Z now. Jay-Z, he got to go testify. He don't want to testify. I'm sitting taking my hand off like this. Look at this. Because we are done for it. Okay? We wasted all of that money in 2 weeks. Could you imagine that? 2 weeks? That's like having your account in the negative for $80, for $800, and you got a direct deposit from your next check coming in to that account. And you got shit you got to pay. You ain't going to be paying it no now. You got a deficit. We have just basically started right back where we were. Whatever Biden done messed up, whatever money he gave away, and see, we not even add up the money we done gave to Ukraine. I've been paying attention. America is not going, this can't continue. I'll be honest with you. I don't see us going past 10 more years. The money, we're America. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why we're declining. Our schools, this is why our food looks like that in the grocery stores. It's not that way in Europe. You can't find all that shit in Europe, chips and their donuts. Americans just don't give a fuck. And you understand, everybody's here to fuck America and go home. Okay, go take your ass right back to Africa, go right back to Europe, go right back to Canada, and the dumb, stupid niggas like black folk who ain't got nowhere to go, your dumb ass gonna be sitting right here with a messed up, ripped up country with a hemorrhaging currency, a messed up inflation, because you was too silly to realize what was actually going on, and you wanted the downfall of your own country so bad. You didn't realize that you were going to be the one to suffer. Everybody who wants to pull down the statues, burn the flags, burn down their neighborhoods and their grocery store, where your ass going to live? You don't own nothing in your neighborhood. You don't own none of the projects. You would think, see, I don't understand niggas. After all of this time of niggas playing in the NFL, you mean to tell me y'all niggas still don't own a team? After all this time playing in the NBA, you got Jordan, Magic. Niggas is stupid. That's what this is to me, baby. I done woke up, and that's why you see me on this side. I ain't playing no more with y'all stupid niggas. Y'all gonna get us killed. Y'all is crazy. You got their neighborhoods saturated with chicken stores, check cashing places, hoes, pimps, bitches, gangs, motherfucking trannies. Everything you can think about that is probably make God twitch. We got it in the black community. You ain't gonna find it in the white community. You ain't gonna find it in the Asian community, but you can always find it in our low-down, funky-ass community. Every gas station's got a foreigner in it. Every local store has got some Arab or somebody in it, in a black fucking community. The donut shops, the goddamn hair nail shops, and we don't do shit. You black folks, you think you somebody, you ain't shit. That you ain't shit. You are so quick to jump on white folk, talk about they're racist, they're hateful. You hate Africans because they sold us, and you ain't look in the fucking mirror not once. And look at your damn neighborhood. Look at your sons out there on the corner with their ass hanging out, selling dimes, nickels, and crap. What the fuck did Jesse do to stop it? What did Obama do to stop it? Nothing. Because you can care less. It's not your concern. Then somebody tries to come and do something about it. At least I give Minister Farrakhan his little props. I ain't even going to lie to you. I give Minister Farrakhan, not about all the stuff he be talking about, but the truth of the Minister Farrakhan has been talking to the rappers. He's been trying to talk to the gang members, Malcolm X. The black church ain't done shit but push more homosexuality, like, what's his name, T.D. Jakes. That's all you've been doing, sleeping with our mothers and our grandmothers, talking about this, the money is for the building fund. And y'all niggas ain't fixed the doorknob, the radiator, or shit in the goddamn church. And at the same time, you ain't even giving us no healthy food in the church. Y'all got a bunch of grease and shit, macaroni and goddamn hog maws and goddamn, ladies and gentlemen, the only good thing that black people got going for them is that God gave us a beautiful skin color and a beautiful anatomy. Everything else about us is fucked up. Our attitude, our music, our behavior, our relationships, our marriages, our parenting, our politics. I'm not a hater on my own people. I just hate the fact. It's like me waking up one day and I look at my gang and say, y'all ain't shit. You done kill niggas for no reason. Oh, well, you must don't like gang members. No, because you're wrong. And the gang's not doing what's right. You ain't protecting the neighborhoods. You're not helping the old women. You're cutting them. You're shooting them. You're robbing them. Because their aunt came to visit them and they're wearing a red sweater. You shot her. For what? You can't even let the niggas bury him in peace. You go shoot up the funeral home. Who does that? Who does that? Over a few pieces of crack cocaine? This community needs help. Most of us need to be hospitalized and be on medicine like Kanye West. We are messed up in the head. You guys have had, we got the greatest boxers. Now, why don't you own one of the sanctioning bodies? The IBF, you don't own that shit. The WBC, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? Black folks, what are you doing? And you keep saying, I'm Uncle Ruckus, because I'm showing you in the mirror who you really are. You can fake with the Jordans on, with the big jiggly ass like we doing something. God is about to come back and help us. You're bullshitting and you're lying to yourself. You're only plunging yourself into the ground. You're only plunging yourself into the graveyard. You got cancer now because you full up of makeup. On every single account you get to go outside or somewhere, you got makeup on your ass. Just to go to the damn store. You got to put some powder on you, some perfume, some lotion. You're sick. You're eating stuff, you don't even know what's in the food. They got all kind of tranquilizers and hormones going on. This is the facts. Black people are really messed up, and that's why we vote Democrat. That's why Fauci. I sit and look at this woman like that. I said, excuse me, sister, you black? What you think? I said, what you doing with Fauci over there? He's a good man. Trump is the problem. I'm a conservative. I'm educated. I'm just going to fix my jacket and look at this bitch. That's it. I ain't going to get all crazy. I'm saying, okay, so what you doing with George Soros? George Soros, he's helping us out. Bill Gates is a good man. He gave out ice cream and candy to Africa. What did Trump do? I'm sitting up here like this hoe must don't know this. What? Is you smoking crack? Joe Biden, he ain't racist. He ain't did the crime bill. You sit here looking at black folk like this. Y'all niggas is either on crack or slavery, Jim Crow really did fuck y'all up. Y'all is killing them. And what in the hell is we still doing the projects? Answer me this. Why don't we own the projects after all this time? Y'all put us in the projects and we don't own them. Jewish people would have been owning them projects. Every single, nobody can come up in there. We are messed up, ladies and gentlemen. We drinking the liquor, don't own the liquor. We selling the crack, we don't make the crack. We selling the coke, we don't make the coke. We selling the weed, we getting it from Jamaica, Mexico, and everywhere else. What the fuck are you doing? Nothing. There is no hope for the future. Like Tupac said, and there is no hope for the youth. There is no hope. Tupac was right. There is no hope. And now it's spilling over to the country. There is no hope. You can, in one administration, get somebody to come and say, okay, let's clean up the cereal, let's clean up the milk and the potato chips and all the cookies and stuff like that. And they're going to run his ass up out of there. We like our cookies, sir. Look at this big jiggly ass. This comes from GMOs, baby. Okay? And this good pussy is from the chips. That's how we talking. We crazy like that, sir. Man, people out there. How y'all doing? Y'all all right? I hope I didn't scare y'all, because he must be a KKK member. Negro, please, okay? Long as I got my white women sitting up here in the front seat, I'll be all right. I get to say what I need to say to tell the truth. And I love white folks. I love white folks to the bone. Make this one into a short. I love white folks. You know why? Because white folks care if you fuck up the neighborhood. They don't want you to burn the damn flag. Black people, shit, we don't care if you burn the flag one way or the other. I don't like that. We play with God. We don't care to kill one of the, ladies and gentlemen, we've got to fix this. We've got to fix this right away. And I'm going to be honest with you in closing. Yes, we have messed up right now in the Republican Party. But at the same time, there is right now a chance for us to fix this. We can fix it. It's going to be a very difficult road, though, because, again, there was no reason that we had to allow this to take place. And I'm going to be honest with you. Y'all see me. Check out my Spotify. Clyde Yorkshire on Spotify. I have praised Benjamin Netanyahu. He's been my guy because he's cleaned up Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv had the #1 gay, lesbian, and transgender parades, and he said, no, we're not going to be doing all that now. Y'all got to slow that down, okay? And I respected him for doing that because that is the Holy Land. This is nothing against transgenders, nothing against gays. Don't y'all start that old stupid shit, okay? We're talking about the holy city. We're talking about respect for God. And we cannot, I repeat, we cannot continue to do stuff like that and ask God to back us. That's like somebody sitting up there eating a bunch of greasy starches, 6 different starches on their plate, a bunch of meat, and a bunch of salt and everything, and they're gonna talk about say the prayer, say the grace over the food. For what? What the hell, God? How can God even? Y'all playing? And y'all, you don't say no grace. Just eat this shit. How you gonna pray over some all this shit on your plate? Talking about this soul food. Y'all, man, y'all be playing with God, man. Y'all is crazy. Y'all crazy. I want y'all to understand because y'all don't believe nothing. You always think that somebody out here and they fronting, they lying. I want you to understand what, and again, which one of the news stations have told you in detail how much money we losing? Listen to this. And again, before I play this, I just want you to understand, this is not hate. This is not hate against my president. I have nothing against my president. I love this president. Okay? I absolutely adore him. Okay? But I am not going to sit by and lie to the American people. I'm not going to sit by and lie to the president. I'm not going to do that. Y'all can go ahead and do that if that's what you feel that you need to do, and that makes you a real MAGA supporter. If you cover up for the president, or excuse me, you cover up the American people, what's really going on, go ahead and do it.
Forget the missile counts.
Listen.
Forget the press conferences. Forget every headline you've read this week. There's one number that tells you exactly where this war is heading. And nobody on cable news has said it out loud yet. The number is 650. I'll get to what it means in a moment, but once you hear it, you will not look at this conflict the same way again. What's up? I'm Daniel. This is Arsenal Economics. And today we're breaking down something that should be front page news in every country on earth, but somehow isn't. Iran just executed a 3-step kill chain against America, its most advanced missile defense system in the Persian Gulf. Not a lucky shot, not a one-off strike, a sequenced, methodical dismantling of the architecture that America has spent 3 decades and tens of billions of dollars building to guarantee security for every ally in that region. And the way they did it tells you more about who actually holds the advantage in this war than anything coming out of the Pentagon or the White House right now. Here's the sequence. Step 1. The AN/FPS 132 Block 5 upgraded early warning radar at the Al Udeid complex in Qatar. This is a $1.1 billion system. It sees incoming threats from 5,000 kilometers away. That's the distance from Qatar to western China. This radar is the first alarm bell in the entire Gulf defense chain. It's the system that tells every Patriot battery, every THAAD crew, every Aegis destroyer that something is coming and how long they have to respond. Iran hit it first, and that choice was not random. Step 2. The AN/TPY-2 forward-based radar at Al Dhafra, UAE. This is the dedicated THAAD radar, the one that provides the precise tracking data that a THAAD launcher physically cannot function without. A THAAD launcher without this radar doesn't just perform worse, it doesn't perform at all. It cannot acquire a target, it cannot guide an interceptor. It is functionally a very expensive piece of metal pointed at the sky. Iran took it out second. Step 3, the THAAD battery itself. The billion-dollar-plus terminal phase interceptor system operated directly by American soldiers.
Now, some of y'all don't even know what them systems are. We didn't even know we had them. Of course you don't know that we had them. Because you have no idea. You just gun-ho, give me an American flag and a red hat. Trump! Yeah! Goddamn fools. And the Democrats, they worried about who we can love and when is the next gay parade. They don't care one way or the other either. I didn't even know we had no radar systems like that in those 3 countries. I had no clue. Of course you didn't. Why would you? Did y'all hear that just now?
Roughly 95 U.S. personnel on a standard THAAD battery. After the radar was gone, after the early warning was gone, Iran struck the battery. And at that point, the battery couldn't fight back because every system it depended on to see, track, and engage incoming threats had already been destroyed in the preceding strikes. Now stop and think about what that sequencing means. Iran didn't just throw missiles at the most visible American target and hope for the best. They went outside and blind the long-range eyes first, then kill the targeting brain, then destroy the body. That's not opportunistic. That's doctrine. That's a systems-level understanding of how American missile defense is layered, and a deliberate plan to collapse those layers in the correct order.
And listen, I respect that you being honest. You said you didn't either. You didn't know that. That's good. But that's why I'm here. That's why I'm asking y'all to like and subscribe. That's why I'm asking y'all to help me out. Because they're hating right now. Because that I'm telling you the damn truth of what this really looks like. And what is really happening on the war battleground. We were just partially blinded. And if you knew how much those systems cost alone, we're talking about this system that just got destroyed. We're talking about $15 billion. And by using cheap $20,000 weapons, they took out billions of dollars. Then you think about what our Patriot defense missiles are costing. Each one of them are $2 million. We're flying hundreds of drones this way, hundreds of drones, and they just shooting off missiles. $2 million, 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 $2 million. How long could you keep this up? Y'all not counting like that. I'm counting like that. Because I get it. We damn near in a recession. If this goes on one more week, we in a recession. I'm gonna just put it that way. What happened with the car manufacturers? You can just forget it. Did you hear what I just said? See, again, some of y'all ain't listening. Let Pastor back this up for you one more time so you can understand. 3 systems methodically Iran hit with precision, which made us say Russia gotta be helping them. How did y'all know to do that? These people have been studying for 47 years, sending spies into Qatar, sending spies into Saudi Arabia, sending spies into the UAE. They've been watching where your bases are, who's coming in and out your bases, where does the people who leave the bases, what luxury hotels you go into Saudi and have your wine and dine as a beautiful person with a great passport. Yeah, you up in the Burj Al Khalifa. Yeah, okay. That's all. Y'all go floor, y'all on the 16th floor. Why they hitting hotels? Oh, they know where you at. This is a war that's no joke. And then when you do couple in China and Russia, they gonna give you the intel. Because they waiting and they know the hegemony is falling. They know it like you would not believe. And I'm going to tell you, I think I'm going to live, if it's God's will, I will live old enough to see China and Russia become the new world powers. It's going to happen in my lifetime because of how silly Americans were. You were too busy arguing over the white man. And somebody said that, I think it was Charleston White. He said, don't listen to niggas and don't listen to white people. If you want to pay attention to somebody who's making it happen, listen to the Chinese and listen to the Jewish man. Because they're buying up everything, they're owning, they're doing business, and they're not arguing over what color, who put me in slavery. They just building Chinatowns, and they are building Jewish communities and owning up this and that team and this team and that team. And niggas up here talking about the white man, we the real Hebrew Israelites. Nigga, get that shit up out my face. Thank God for us, black folk, who gonna help guide you niggas out of your ignorance. Because you're in dense darkness, you're in Tartarus. Tartarus is a mental condition in which one wanders in their own mind for an eternity. You have to do nothing to them. It's something like the Willie Lynch, but it's called Tartarus. Look it up. It's a Greek word. This is where people are today. You're wandering in your own wilderness with no map of how to get out. And the more you keep eating the foods in your neighborhoods, the more you keep listening to the fake news media and the fake pundits and your fake Democrats and all these people in your ear, you just gonna keep wandering in the wilderness worse and worse and worse. How many times did you hear them say black folks have more LLCs than anybody else in this country? Never, because we're lacking. I bet you Indians got more LLCs than you. I bet you Chinese got, but you got jobs. That's right, I forgot. Y'all niggas. The job numbers. We've got more jobs for blacks. Blacks are working on more jobs. We put more to work. Well, where the LLCs at? I don't want niggas going to work no more. I want niggas with LLCs. So you can own a Chick-fil-A. You can own a donut store. You can own a Jack in the Box. You can own the Waffle House. Like every Indian that's coming into this, you can get you a little cell phone store, repair store, just like how they doing. get on your own neighborhood and sell your own wigs to your own goddamn black women. But you don't think like that because you're all messed up, aren't you? But you're the most educated black woman, and yet you're the lowest with LLCs. Now you tell me how that makes sense. You're supposed to be the most educated, and yet you don't have the assets to show the financial. We don't teach our children financial literacy. We don't teach our children American history, civil history. We don't. Every African that comes here, every Middle Eastern person, their children going to school for medical, for this and that. And what y'all doing? Oh, we social workers, we're 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 basketball players, we're social workers. We got more social workers than any other time in history, and yet more people are crazy and lunatics than any other time in history. This is a crying out shame. You can say what you want about Malcolm X and many of those people, leaders from back in the day, but they was pushing your own grocery stores. They were pushing your own movie theaters, your own bus companies. They were pushing your own hotels. They were trying to help you. Okay, now part of their message might have been a little racist and a little crazy, but at least they was trying to be determined to do for your own. What is niggas telling you to do today? Go down and burn down your community, pull down the statues, go get you a good job, get you a pension, and retire with some crazy ass black woman in your life. And hope that she don't put you on child support and kick you out the house and divorce you because you're not making enough as a blue-collar worker. The Godfather exposed that. Kevin Samuels. Many of these women are divorcing men so they can get the child support, go off on their sexual ventures and tantrums while they say that the fathers are not good because he's working 90 hours just so he can pay the child support. He's too bummed out and tired to go visit the child. Men, you know how this works. This is all a game. This is what's happening in our community. And it's okay because I like to help black men in general, pick up yourself off the ground like a piece of gum in the street and dust yourself off. You are going to make it. And last but not least, let me say something to all of you beautiful people out there, especially my white people listening. I want you to know that I love you and that there is still some glimmer of hope. You do have black folks who got good sense. Most of us are not being funded. We're not being supported. We got to cry for likes and subscriptions so we can get our voice amplified. CNN is not running over here to put me on TV because I'm not kicking their message. Anderson Cooper don't want to talk to me. Don Lemon don't want to talk to me because I'm not pushing their message. I'm not pushing hate and racism and a white man did this, so I can't go nowhere. That's what happens to people like me. Then you got liberals maybe who's controlling social media who won't let my videos get out because I'm not talking about what purple here, the white man did this, and we're going to take this back, and child, we're not doing that. So guess what? I don't get to go up. I sit right here and look like a crazy fool trying to tell you something like the Williams brothers. I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody who can change. And that's what's happening to people like me. That's what happened to people like Nicki Minaj. You have white friends, you must have sold out or you're a cop. This is a shame. This is a crying shame. You want your country to be cleaned up? You want things to run organized? You Uncle Sam, your Uncle Ruckus, you're no good. You don't deserve to be black. Give us your black card. No offense. I don't play with black folks. See, there's a time when the cameras go off. I take this shit. I start talking my slang again. Because y'all not finna play with me, baby. I don't care what party I like. I ain't pussy. You ain't finna come over here and hurt me. Okay? Don't make me have to go get me a 40 ounce and pull my pants down just like you with this hat on and go upside your head. You understand me? We not doing that. We ain't suckers over here just because we choose the right thing. We choose education. We choose the country. We choose family. We choose traditional marriage. That don't make me a sucker. Because we don't want our women out here having abortions like they hash browns in the morning at McDonald's. We don't. I'm not a sucker because of that. Or because I put on a suit before I talk to my community. I'm not a sucker. But that's how y'all act. And don't get mad at nobody for doing what's right. Now, let's end this off. We got about a couple of minutes. Here's what we're going to do. If you're listening to me, Republicans, we're going to continue to support the president. Right now, I'm going to write him a letter. It may not work. It may not get down to Pennsylvania Avenue or what have you. but I'm gonna write him a letter and I'm gonna let him know how I feel. Just like grandma when she told y'all, get off of Trump's back. Stop backing him when black folk can have Black History Month. We need to speak up to him just like that and tell him, sir, you need to check your what the hell you doing. Because these niggas ain't telling you the truth. Many of them are working for BlackRock. And hey, I work for BlackRock too. But I don't know who they're working for. I don't know if they're working for this complex or that complex and they need war because we got to sell missiles, we got to backstop so we can go to war with Iran. We can't do that. And some of y'all have to have enough balls to tell President Trump, sir, please, you just got out of 2 impeachments. These niggas just trumped up a bunch of goddamn felonies on you, sir. They shot your ear off, sir. They put Fonnie Willis and Letitia James and Alvin Bragg and all these niggas on you, sir. And you gonna go out and do all of this shit like they may not get back in office again type shit. You understand me, sir? You got to think about what you're doing there, sir. There's nothing wrong with let them say you're fired and go out, but you did your job. You did your job and you stood for truth. And that's what I want to go to my grave with. You know, I hope God gives me some more time. But I think I've accomplished one of the greatest things in my life is loving on white folks. Really. And I'll tell you why I choose white folks. But loving on white people and truly and genuinely, I think I've done another good thing by teaching my children the right step in the country in which they live in and how to move forward in financials, understanding civic duties, understanding how your country works from the constables to the marshals to the state troopers, what everything does, what law is, what law is not. I've done a good job by giving my children a copy of the Constitution. And I've done one other good thing for myself. I've chose to go against all negativity that my community is pushing in the name of us sticking together. You don't want to stick together for anything else to build any institutions. You don't want to stick together to build any schools for our children or create financial literacy and hubs for our children, but you want to stick together to burn down the community. You want to stick together to help Fauci. You want to stick together to talk about the white man. You want to stick together to burn down your neighborhoods. You want to stick together to burn the flag, but you don't want to stick together to build LLCs. You don't want to stick together to build construction companies. You don't want to stick together to build financial portfolios. You don't want to do none of that. You don't want to build real communities. That's not what black folks is trying to do. Our version of sticking together is running a train on bitches. That's our version of sticking together. Or running down on these Bloods or running down on these Crips or coming together when we get to jail to face these Germans. That's what you call sticking together. That's not what I call sticking together. And that does not work for me, ladies and gentlemen. As I said before, the black community will never ever be unified as long as black folks have a more than 30% in the Democratic Party. The moment y'all leave that party and you become open or neutral, we will all come together, but we refuse to ever come anywhere near you next to that party. You have become demonic. You are part of the Epstein concept. As black Americans, you are. You have degraded yourself. You've defiled yourself. Your ancestry from just 30, 40 years ago, who served this country with pride, who created music, innovations, institutions, who created stoplights and all kinds of stuff in this great, wonderful country. They became generals, Supreme Court justice. They fought for all kinds of things. That's not who you following behind. Okay? You're following behind a hatred doctrine that was given to you by liberals, that was given to you by people who are not. See, every white person in this country is not American. That's where your stupid ass make a mistake. Every time we see a white person, we think he's American. That nigga could have just got here from Poland. He could have just got here from Scotland. You don't know who he is. Stop thinking. You see, y'all think messed up. You think every white person done something to you. Every white person was part of the collusion of done something to you. And this nigga from France. He from Yugoslavia. He from Russia. And you thinking he's an American. You learn who's who during certain holidays. I looked around one day, I thought everybody I was looking at downtown was just white old Americans from this good old town. And guess what? Everybody was wearing St. Patrick's because 80% of them were Irish. or Irish Americans. That's, you're still an American. But what I want you to understand is, black folk, you don't have that opportunity. You don't somehow during Black History Month start putting on your Jujapas or whatever that shit is called and represent Nigeria and Ethiopia, because they don't represent you and you don't represent them, and you ain't even from there. You from here. And you don't put no stock into here. You don't care about here. We're not teaching our kids to send money to the military. Stop a police officer and say thank you for your service. We don't do that. Black folks don't do that. Very rarely will you see, maybe a few will do it, say thank you for your service, but overwhelmingly 92% of white folks will always thank you for your service, for serving in the military as a first responder or police officer. Over 92% of black folks will not even notice that you served, even if you're in uniform. That's the way we become. I don't want to be part of black. You ain't got to take my black card, nigga. Trust me. You ain't got to take my black card, okay? Because I ain't even got one. I got rid of my own goddamn black card so I can get the hell out of this stupid ass mindset that y'all niggas is in. Being black is not popular nowadays. Being a rapper is not popular nowadays. Did I say something wrong? I love this community. I love this country. And I love to do what is right. Ladies and gentlemen, I came on this program just to tell you that we are sinking in this country. And we got to do something about it together. We elected Trump. Trump didn't fall out the blue sky and tell us what to do. We put him in office. We need to keep him in office, and we need to make him do what is right. Every now and then, a president, a Congress, a governor is going to make a bad mistake, and that's when you got to pull his coattail and tell him, come here, sir, let me explain something to you. We voted for you, sir. We need to get you to straighten yourself out right now, and that's what we need to do. We need to put immense pressure on President Trump and get him thinking correctly. I understand what you thought this was. Somebody sold you a bill of goods. If you kill the leader of Iran, you will be held bigger than George Washington and Winston Churchill. That's what somebody must have done told him. But now he's waking up, realizing and hoping that they're not going to publish respectfully. Trump don't want them to publish all of them radar systems that got destroyed, because Democrats going to have a field day with it. You might have not lost more troops than the other administrations, but you lost, or you got more equipment destroyed. Now, granted, they did give away $100 million worth of stuff, which I thought was a lot when they left Iraq. And we left all of those Hummers there. We left binoculars. We left tanks. But in 2 weeks, we destroyed more American equipment, or allowed American equipment to be destroyed, than all of those presidents put together that they lost. That's a shame. And y'all don't even understand the numbers like that. See, again, when you hit somebody's house, and right now, listen, they talk about 1,300 people have been killed in Iran. Do you know how many of those are soldiers? Less than 200. Did you hear what I said? They're talking about over 1,300 people have been killed in Iran during this 2-week war, and less than 200 of them are soldiers. And they got a military of over 2 million people. You do the numbers, ladies and gentlemen. This is the type of perspective I'm giving you to think. They have over 2 million soldiers, servicemen, and less than 200 of them have been killed. We've broken down buildings and complexes and factories, civilians, girls' schools, and everything else like that. A few weapons here and there, a couple of missiles we done destroyed, a few tanks and a few planes. And we have killed under 200 military personnel of Iran. The numbers, the math is not mathing, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll be damned if you think that I'm a traitor. I am still a Republican to the heart. So if any of you niggas out there thought, oh man, look at the party breaking down, you've made a mistake there, pal. We just want to show you how different we are than you and your party. See, we will, if I was a Democrat, I would be talking to Obama about his shit. The hell you think you doing? And I would be on Joe Biden's ass, because that's what you're supposed to do. You are Americans first. You understand me? But that's what we do over here. As Republicans, yeah, we're going to be with Trump riding high and riding low. But we also going to be there to tell him, when you, sir, Sir, you messing up right now, sir. Might want to retract that, sir. You understand me? I just want y'all to understand that we gonna be okay as Americans. I want y'all to have a good Sunday, and I don't want you to worry. We gonna make it do what it do. But every now and then, the president will get a little bit out of bounds and make some very stupid and dumb decisions. And anybody in their right mind, and anybody in their mother, even Marco Rubio, he's looking like they gonna pull his ass in for investigation. What you mean? You had to attack because Israel was going to attack. What does that mean? Why did you kill the supreme leader? Did you ask Congress? Was that okay? This is what they're gonna ask. Well, what we was thinking was, sir, impeach his ass. Next, okay, why did you take Maduro? No, okay, did you hit 100 little young girls? And they'll show the photos in Congress. This is how Congress get down. They'll show, and the whole world be sitting there looking like this here. Look, oh shit. Look at the Republican Party. We just gave them all the ammunition they needed to take us out. Did this lady die at the hand of ICE, sir? Did this American die at the hand of ICE, sir? And what did you do? We brought Tom Homan in. Okay, next, get him up out of here. Okay, now, did you do this? Did you do that? Who did you ask, sir? Okay, see, we're not ready for that. And mark my words, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, I told you this. I want y'all to remember, keep it fresh in your mind. Listen to me. Just remember this. When the Democrats, because you will not listen, this is going to be the beginning of the fall of a lot of things. When the Democrats get back in power and they take the House, I ain't running. And they start impeachment inquiries. I want y'all to think back to this very same talk that I was telling you about. That your worst nightmare will not be Putin. Putin knows that. Xi Jinping knows that. All we got to do is wait for the House Judiciary Committee to get back in place in the hands of the Democrats. And it's all over. That's all we got to do. Imagine that. Don't worry about Iran. Don't worry about Epstein files. And now when the Democrats get back in office, oh, they're going to find something in them Epstein files. We're in trouble right now, and we're hemorrhaging. We are like the aircraft carrier that got hit. We better figure this out and plug the hole fast. Now, here's what I'm hoping, and maybe the president won't do it. By next week this time, this war should be at a standstill. Mark my words. If this war, next Sunday, we're going to come back and talk about it. That's going to be the theme. If this war is not over by Sunday, I'm here to tell you, I will literally hang it up, because we might as well hang it up. We are cooked and it's over. If this war, it needs to be done by tomorrow, Monday morning. But if you roll around and Sunday here and they talking about they still bombing, and Iran talking about they ain't surrendering, and we still losing assets and more soldiers, ladies and gentlemen, you might as well just vote Democrat this time. Don't even vote Republican. Just go on and put them in office. Give them the information that they need. And then they're going to say we weaponize the DOJ. They're going to say we weaponize the FBI. They're going to say we weaponize all these things they're going to have to use against us. I'm telling you right now what I see. And this is what hurts me the most, is that the Democrats don't have a leg to stand on. They're the ones getting called out for the Epstein files. They're the ones having their celebrities and their stars go to church, have breakups like Cardi B, and going to jail, and Jay-Z and Beyonce arguing. They're going through it. We over here looking like okay, get them likes up. Let's get one more like in here. Somebody give me one more like. We get to 40 and we good. Just give me one more. Anybody, give me one more. This is where we are. This is where we are. And again, I wanted to be clear. I'm not running. I'm not jumping ship. Get the likes up. There we go. Oh, I love you. I want to be clear. I'm not running, but I'm going to tell you the truth. God bless America. God bless our troops. God bless our law enforcement. And God bless all of you. Have a good night. Love you.